Free is my favorite price. If you couldn't tell by my last series, I'm all about saving money and time. Anytime I can automate anything in my life and save money, I'm all for that. And this is the reason I love an app called IFTTT, which stands for If This Then That. This app is 100% free and it 100% adds value to my life, which is the reason I want to share this with you today. IFTTT allows us to create what it calls recipes so that when certain events happen, you get a notification of that event. There are so many helpful pre-made IFT recipes out there already. This app is available to Android and iOS users. I'm going to show you how to work this through iOS. The interface on both is pretty similar. I'm going to start from the beginning to show how easy it is, and I'm also going to set up a couple of recipes that bring value to my family. First, download the app from the App Store or Google Play Store. It's free. I prefer using Google to log in with this. If you have a Gmail email account, that is the same login information you'd use here. I'm already logged into my Gmail from this device, so I'm using that. Now that I'm logged in, I can set up my first IFT. Say I'm looking for something very specific on eBay. I can search for pre-made eBay recipes. I'm going to choose this one that sends one notification per result. Normally, I choose a digest version, which would summarize all matches in one email per day, not like this one that I'm showing you here. Say I'm looking for Lenovo's under $200. I can set that up by typing in the words and make sure to save it. Within 7 minutes, I got 7 emails, which tells me that I really need to refine my search terms in IFT. But if I'm looking for something very rare and on a budget, this is an excellent way to find it without having to invest much time in doing so. And I can easily toggle these recipes on and off too. You can make your own recipes too by clicking the plus sign. From there, it will pop up the IFT template. Click on this and it will list many applets for you to choose. I'm going to choose App Store here and tap on App Price Dropped. Many times apps are reduced in price or will be offered for free for a very limited time. Now we're prompted for the app name or URL. My son really wanted this $5 game but didn't want to pay for it. Gee, I wonder where he gets that from. I'm going to copy this information from the App Store by browsing to the app I want, clicking on the top ... button, clicking on the Share App button, and hitting Copy Link. Then I can bring this back to IFT and paste it in the box. I do need to remove everything before the HTTPS. Now I can tap on Create Trigger. It will take me back to the IFT screen to add the that action. I tap on that and now I can choose how I want this recipe to notify me. I tap on the notify icon and since I prefer to have the notification from IFT itself, I select that option. This does allow for customization of the message I'll receive. I'm fine with the default, so I just hit the create action button and name my recipe to some name that is meaningful to me. Using this IFT, we were able to be alerted on the one day that this app was free for everyone to download. Needless to say, my son was very happy and was able to share the wealth with his friends by letting them know that the app was free as well. Knowing tomorrow's weather is another useful recipe to us. This is a reminder that we set up at 5:30 p.m. every night for us to pack our items for my son for the next day and to give him an indication of tomorrow's weather so he knows which items to pack. Here it can be cold and drizzly one day to really sunny and hot the next. So it's a really great tool for us to have to make sure that he has everything that he needs. And there's another useful weather-related recipe that will tell us when rain is expected, so we know when to bring an umbrella with us. This way, we don't have to be stuck without one and need to go buying one when we're out. I'm turning this one on for sure because this has gotten us too many times in the past now. So regardless of what I'm doing on this phone, these IFT notifies pop up without fail and really add a value to our lives for no money at all. Using Reddit subreddits to get free ebooks and games are more useful recipes that I have turned on. These require having a Reddit account, which can easily be created as you see me doing here. I just entered some basic information, followed instructions, and accepted the terms and conditions for Reddit. Once that's done, it returns me to IFTTT and continues walking me through that whole recipe configuration. These Reddit ones yield some interesting finds, but there are some definite gems out there to be had for sure. I do want to throw a warning out there that these notifies can create quite a bit of digital clutter. For me, creating Gmail filters that move these notifications to a folder definitely helps me to easily manage and bulk delete messages that are not useful and relevant. There are so many creative ways to use IFTTT. You can track prices and receipts, health metrics, and organize photos and songs. You can also be hyper aware and use your location to write to Google Sheets when you enter and leave locations. To each their own, you can do so much with IFTTT. Before I leave you, I want to let you know that I will not be posting videos over the next week or two, but I will be checking comments for sure. So please let me know in the comments if you IFTTT already and how you use it, or if you plan to use it, how will you, or just to say hello. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for your time, and I wish you happy IFTing.